I think we got.
Check out the big swinger over here.
Oh my God. Alex Jordan, so good. So good. Do, 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 do. "15 seconds. Thank you, as always, to our friends at the Future Game Show. They have sponsored our look at this, as they have pretty much all the FGS shows. We really, really appreciate that. And having a lot of fun with these shows, especially recently, as they have kind of found their hosting and comedy kind of like they've found their voice for that, and I've really been enjoying their shows for it. So yeah, we're gonna see what this is all about. I've never seen one of their best of. This is, I think, one of the first times they've done this. So see what they got. Found their groove. Yes, I like that.
Hello everyone and welcome to FGS Best of Gamescom. My name is Jules Gill. The FGS team is scurrying around the show floor as we speak to bring you some exclusive content that you'll see over the next hour or so. I'm talking hands-on time with games that you desperately want to play, like Silk Song and Lego Batman, as well as games that you just need to know more about. And we've got exclusive developer interviews and some secret and special content planned along the way as well. In fact, why don't we kick things off with something very special indeed.
Oh, is this Resident Evil?
One of the biggest talking points at this year's Gamescom was, of course, Resident Evil Requiem. The 15 to 20 minute demo, depending on how much time you spend noping out and standing in the safety of the opening room, begins with new protagonist Grace Ashcroft strapped to a hospital bed, upside down, and clearly not here of her own free will. Grace is a new character in the Resident Evil franchise, and unlike Leon Kennedy, Jill Valentine or Ethan Winters, approaches the situations she finds herself in with a sense of trepidation. She's cautious and, thanks to her work as an FBI agent, leans on her skills of deduction and analysis rather than weapon handling.
Gamers needed a more relatable
while running in certain
main character.
panicked situations, if you're playing in third person, which definitely helps give you the feeling that you, as a player, and Grace are both feeling the same things as you play through. And that feeling is terrified. Continuing out of the room you wake up in, and through the only open door, you move into the hospital corridors in a search of a way out. It's here that the graphic fidelity really shines. This footage is captured on PlayStation 5, and the lighting and atmosphere is the best I've seen in a game in this generation. The sound design is also on point, from Grace's breathing to the dull hum of the hospital strip lights struggling to spark into life after you flick the switch.
God, this is going to be so freaking scary, dude.
Soon I'm presented with the first classic Resident Evil
sounds really
puzzle,
good.
a locked door that needs a key. Finding this key and opening the door will get you a lighter, which Grace can use to navigate through the pitch-black rooms of the hospital ward.
Honestly, I kind of wish
And
there
this
was no one
game
talking.
is dark, intentionally so. There are periods where, without the lighter, you can't see anything, which plays into what I think is one of the key mechanics in the game, light versus dark, both metaphorically and in the very real sense. Creeping around another room to find the next item, a screwdriver, I get a first look at the game's monster.
Dude, real talk, instead of the person talking, I would have done text on the screen.
Slow, and ever-present, in this section of the game at least. But unlike Nemesis, it has a serious weakness. Light.
Oh my God,
Disappearing
dude.
into the ceiling, you're left alone to complete the puzzle, but with the feeling that the monster could return at any time. You can even hear it from time to time stomping around the floor above. But it's the sections where it all goes quiet that the tension really ramps up.
Alien
because you
Isolation
know
vibes,
it's just
yeah.
waiting for the right moment to burst through a door or drop down through a hole. The demo ends with Grace escaping into another part of the hospital, with the monster in hot pursuit. It's not going to be the last time we see these two running around dark corridors together, that's for sure.
Wait,
and it wasn't mine either.
Are they
I
going to do a
instantly
VR
went
mode
back
in this?
to play it all again in third person. An option you can choose at any point in the game by accessing the menu and changing the camera setting.
probably
I guess
not.
it just means I'll be playing the
Probably
game
not.
through twice when it launches on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on February the 27th, 2026.
Dude, I cannot wait for that game. Oh my Lord.
That was Resident
Woo!
Evil
Looks
9
good.
Requiem. Up next, Nathan is going to summarize everything that you potentially missed in opening night live in just 2 minutes.
Gamescom 2025's opening night live, hosted by Sir Jeff of Keighley, kicked off with a world premiere of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, unveiling a campaign, co-op story mode and a fresh PvE endgame mode. It's slated for release on November 14th. Capcom followed with a chilling new look at Resident Evil 9 Requiem, where a phone call leads to a power cut, which leads to a robed man recreating his favourite moment from Manhunt. Oh, we're gonna get demonetised. Blood that. Thank you. Not long to wait until this entry launches, though. It comes out on the 27th of February next year. Onimusha Way of the Sword gave us another look at the revived samurai-style strategic combat, and Hollow Knight Silksong was once again delayed. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. 2025 release date was confirmed, and we were treated to some new footage, so it's all good. Other standouts included Silent Hill F, Ninja Gaiden 4, The Outer Worlds 2, Ghost of Yotai confirming a return of its co-op Legends multiplayer mode, and the reveal of a brand new game from the creator of Monkey Island, Death by Scrolling. Fallout Season 2 also teased its return, this time featuring New Vegas and a Deathclaw. Finally!
Mr. House, man. How are you not going to mention Mr. House?
But of course, Jeff always has one more thing up his sleeve, and this time it was a cinematic surprise in the form of a new Black Myth game to follow up 2024's Black Myth Wukong. Arguably the biggest surprise of the night, though, was LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, an evolution of the series similar to the recent Skywalker saga that features an open-world Gotham, an Arkham-style combat overhaul, and a story
combat
that's set to
actually looks
incorporate
great.
key moments of Batman's cinematic history. Coming in 2026, it looks set to scratch that Arkham itch that your doctor says isn't a real medical
Is this
condition.
a show or a pre-show?
I'll
This is
be
like a
the judge of
post-show.
that.
Yeah,
I tell you what, why don't we just cut to the chase and
Gamescom
get
recap.
hands-on with this bad boy? I'll pass over now to myself, live at the scene of the crime. LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Wait, does it
mixes
really
the
do
usual
that?
LEGO chaos with
Oh,
mechanics
no.
clearly inspired by the Arkham games, but the aspect of the game that really shines like a bat signal in the sky is the deep love for Batman's history. So I could tell you what I thought of this game, right? But who cares? I liked it. It's really good. You should play it. How about instead I take you on a tour of some of the best Batman references I spotted? You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts. I'm allergic to nuts.
The first thing I got to play was a section set in the open world of Gotham City, and what a beauty it was. Billboards for action news were plastered across buildings, identical to the ones in Batman 89. You can even see Vicky Vale and Alexander Knox are set to host GBC News, so we might see some more of them in the game too. On one rooftop, I stumbled across a collectible rubber duck, which I'm pretty sure is a nod to the Penguin and his Duckmobile thing
Oh
from
my
Batman
god, I haven't seen
Returns.
that scene in 20
Speaking
years.
of Oswald Cobblepot, I also spotted
There's a car
campaign
too?
poster that looked awfully similar to his Mayor Penguin posters. Then, during a street fight, I noticed posters warning of a cat burglar, hyping up Harvey Dent, promoting a quiz night hosted by everyone's least favourite trophy enthusiast, and even one poster advertising the services of a rat catcher. Yeah, you remember that guy? Then, as the camera
Damn, you look
whipped
messed
round,
up.
I caught a quick glance at some graffiti referencing the Court of Owls, the shadowy organisation who rule Gotham from the shadows and send the undead Talons to do their bidding. The next part of the demo, though, saw Batman and Gordon infiltrating Ace Chemicals to shut down the Red Hood gang, who were cooking up a new toxin to terrorise Gotham with. While the Red Hood has been a staple of Batman lore for a long time now, the Red Hood gang as a concept, and their leader being Red Hood 1, comes directly from Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's Zero Year, where the duo reimagined Batman's origin for the New 52 era. When Red Hood showed off his toxin, it was in a bottle labelled Smilex.
Okay, tell me something. For Batman fans that aren't LEGO game fans,
secret ingredient.
how are you feeling about this right now?
What is this?
Then the demo's explosive finale leaned heavily into Batman
amazing.
89, recreating several
It's
iconic
okay, it's
lines
tempting.
and visuals in glorious LEGO form.
Like, I'm not a big LEGO guy. I've never actually played a whole LEGO game, but like,
But my
I don't know,
absolute
man.
favourite deep cut
it's kind of just like
had to be
dumb
this
fun.
one.
I don't know.
I accidentally knocked a Red Hood goon into a chemical vat, and he yelled,
Oh no! It's boiling acid!
exactly like the panicked bank guard at the beginning of Batman Forever.
Oh no! boiling acid! Oh no! It's boiling acid!
So there you have it, a deep dive
awesome,
into
dude.
the Easter eggs
for
of
them.
LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Trust me, this game is shaping up to be more fun than a back credit card with no spending limit. And you can enjoy it when it releases in 2026.
What is next
That
year?
was LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Up next, we are speaking to the one, the only, the legendary Randy Pitchford about Borderlands 4.
Really? Okay.
I'm Randy Pitchford. I am the founder of the Gearbox Entertainment
Hi, Randy.
Company, and I'm working on Borderlands 4.
Of course Randy would be wearing that shirt.
That's
so perfect,
It's
man.
just, we sometimes don't care about
Randy
the rules.
is so
we just care
perfectly
about
Randy.
Joy, entertainment, surprise, delight, and just fun. And it's a shooter looter. And it's not just a shooter looter. We created the
A
genre.
shooter
And if you don't know what
looter?
that is, it's sort of a blend between a first-person shooter and a role-playing game, where it's fun in the moment-to-moment, aiming and dodging and shooting and knocking targets down, but it's also fun in the long term.
He's gotta
Collecting
know what
loot,
he's doing.
leveling up, becoming more powerful, developing skills and capabilities, and getting to become a god in this world that we're in.
This honestly looks like one of the best Borderlands in terms of gameplay. I'm actually really excited
So
for this.
Borderlands is the king of the looter shooters, but Borderlands.
Have I
4
played
is
any
really
Borderlands?
special.
Oh, of course.
Not
They're
only have we
looter
gotten
shooters, not shooter
good
looters.
At making Borderlands games because we've been doing it for so long, making this, in my opinion, the greatest Borderlands game we've ever made. It's also kind of fresh.
Oh,
It does not.
is that a
depend
pod racer?
upon any prior Borderlands experience. You see Borderlands 4 and you think, oh, do I have to catch up on the story? Absolutely not. Borderlands 4 takes place in an entirely new planet with entirely new characters. If you've played a Borderlands game, you will find the connection. You will feel familiar, you'll feel comfortable, but you'll also feel the connection with the story. But if you've never played a Borderlands game before, it's the perfect jumping off point because it is a new setting, a new storyline, and new characters. I know for a fact that whenever we've made a numbered sequel for Borderlands, we get about 30% of our players are joining us for the first time. And so we knew that going into it.
Wow,
So
really
we
that
made
high?
Borderlands 4 to be the most inviting version of a new Borderlands game for new people.
Heard you were rounding up some vault hunters.
Cool. I'm excited for this one, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Reporting for duty, boss.
With each game, we push boundaries, and we can see those times we've gone too far. Sometimes it's in a game
Sure is,
mechanic,
Seraph.
sometimes it's in a story decision or a tone decision. The fact that we're now in our 4th iteration means we've seen the extents, we've seen the boundaries, we've seen when we push the pendulum too far in one direction, too far in the other direction, and we know
I
where
like
the
that he said
bullseye
that.
is.
That's
and
nice.
that's, I think, to the benefit of all the gamers. One of the coolest things about Borderlands 4 is I think technology, both our software technology and the hardware technology, has finally caught up to our ambition. In all of the previous Borderlands games, we've been constrained with load times. In Borderlands 4, the entire world is seamless. There's no load times. You can see a massive world and you can explore that world and you don't have to wait. With that comes all kinds of new design for environments, methods of traversal for getting around these different kinds of locations. Not only does
Damn,
it make the
dude.
game feel
That
more
looks
natural
slick.
from what it always should have been, it led us to evolve design in mobility. When you digistruct in one of your personal vehicles and you hop on that thing and you're hauling ass across the world for miles and miles and miles without a load time, you just feel awesome. The fact that you can feel that freedom and that joy, it's just a beautiful thing. And that's kind of what drives us. That's why we love pushing boundaries and why I'm so
That's a wild
grateful
shirt, though. It
that
is.
technology
It's a wild
finally
shirt.
has caught up to the ambition of Borderlands. Borderlands 4
Got
is
sequins,
launching
y'all.
soon on September 12th. We're coming to Xbox, we're coming to PlayStation, we're coming to Windows PC, and not long after, we're also coming to Nintendo Switch 2. It's very, very exciting. Jump in, wish list now, pre-order now, get
I
it.
heard about that.
There's lots of
Yeah.
goodies for you if you pre-order. So
I heard
jump
about
in.
Borderlands on Switch 2. Apparently it's almost
Thank
getting
you very
20
much to Randy
FPS.
Pitchford for that amazing interview. Next up, we're about to go on stage
But everything else
and
looks
play
great.
Sonic Racing Crossworlds. Place your bets on how badly you think I'll do. So I'm just going to say it. It's time we stopped pretending that Sonic racing games aren't top-tier contenders. All-Star Racing Transformed was an utter banger, and Crossworlds
An
really does
utter
carry over that same
banger.
vibe and confident swagger. With blistering
I've never
visuals
played
and a
this game.
whip-like speed, Crossworlds is a blast to play, especially on a stage that is as grand as this. Here we are on the Sonic Racing Crossworlds booth here at Gamescom, and we are about to play it live in front of this massive stage. It's going to be absolutely epic. Who do you think's going to win? It's going to be me. Got my big socks on. I've got my big socks on, mate. win. Plus, the level designs are absolutely brilliant. Stages can be altered by passing through track switch portals, which can turn a race through an ancient kingdom into a scramble across pools of lava, while dragons
that's
blast
like
you
what
with
was the game we
fire.
played that did
Power-ups
that
are
so
equally
well?
varied and feel
I think it was a Jack
hilarious
and
or
Daxter, right?
hilariously spiteful to use. Shredding an opponent
they
with
could
a
do it that
buzzsaw
well.
or using a black hole to steal their coins is the type of mustache-twirling evil
Is that Pitchford thing really an
Dr.
interview?
Robotnik
I mean,
would
this
be
is
proud
this is
of.
kind of like
I
a
want to thank
recap.
Sega for this wonderful opportunity.
Oh, Ratchet and
to
Clank,
play
thank you.
and win.
Ratchet and Clank,
It's quite
that's
nice to win.
I don't want to talk about it. Get that cab right back.
Plus, there were so many vehicles to customize and choose from, and a roster of races bigger than most fighting games, so it means that this is a content goldmine that's just waiting to be explored. And yeah, I did come third. I don't want to talk about it.
You could play, like, really? You could play Yagami? Come on. Or not, no, that would have been Kazuma. Oh, my God. No, that's not Kazuma. Ichigo. I clearly have to play all of those again.
I'm Aaron. I work at Luna Software, and I'm an artist and designer working on a game called Routine. Routine is a 1980s vision of the future. It's a sci-fi horror game set on our moon. It's all about atmosphere, making people susceptible to any type of fear and scary thing we want to play with. And there's a lot of analog love and appreciation in it, from CRTs to just the grime of things, the weight and tactile nature of hardware and stuff like that. So I grew up basically next to a VHS store. As a kid, I basically had full access to horror, all the horror I want. So I was watching Alien, 2001, all that stuff, right? And the thing that really stuck with me was the tone and the atmosphere and just being lost in those worlds. And fast forward many, many years, I just
This
really
looks
wanted to get stuck in.
amazing.
The moon was a very curious setting for me. I was just wanted to see what it'd be like to explore
Was
that
this on our
area
radar?
as if it was, you know, a piece of media from the 80s and what they thought the future would look like.
Holy shit, man. Yeah, I think I don't remember seeing this
So the
much
player
of
is
it.
a
This
software
looks
engineer.
awesome.
They arrive on the moon base to essentially fix a anomaly with the moon base's automated security network. When they arrive, people aren't really there to greet them, and you essentially look around, explore, and uncover kind of like the
This
very
is routine.
recent
Yep.
events that have just happened.
Oh, Mick
and
Gordon's
try to
doing
figure
the
out what
audio for
connection
this?
is between the issue that you've come to solve and why no one's there.
Okay. I was already a little sold.
You have a tool, which is a multi-purpose tool. We didn't want to create lots of different tools like weapons that had one function. It was the idea of creating a piece of hardware that felt like a piece of hardware. It would help you solve puzzles. It will help save your data as you progress, or you'd have to find in-world projections that you connect your cat to, which is what the name of the tool is called. So it's called a CAT, and it stands for Cosmonaut Assistance Tool. With that, you can connect to projectors in the world, which display your PDA. So you can see tasks, you can save your data, and so on. It can help defend yourself a little bit as well. So
I
the
remember
CAT is definitely
I think
something
that was in the
you have to
preview we saw.
manage,
Yeah.
like a lot of hardware from the 80s. Things like batteries, different value depending on which function you're using. Like with the defense, will take a lot more battery, some not as much for like maybe puzzle solving. You can find batteries scattered throughout the world. As you've seen on the CAT, it features a CRT. The CRT can be affected by like a magnetic field, for instance, and it will mess up the distortion and the convergence of things on the screen. So it's kind of like an environment hazard without hurting the player. The next thing I would say is the AI and how the player can kind of interact with them. So horror generally can be split in two ways. You have horror that is more focused on combat, and horror that is strictly just, there's no combat, it's more psychological. We kind of fit in the middle a little bit. Defense with the CAT is kind of an option, but it won't give you a lot of power. It will help you evade, help you survive, but it's definitely not a weapon that you're gonna cause destruction with, that's for sure.
Huh.
Probably seen a few times in the trailer.
That
there's
looks
a robotic threat. That is the one we're very happy showing, and it's intimidating. It's got some really interesting capabilities. In the latest trailer, we essentially hint at something that may be a little bit more intimidating as the game goes on, and I won't say too much more, but it's definitely something that we're keeping a bit closer. So Routine is going to be releasing on Steam and all Xbox platforms and Game Pass later this year.
Halloween? Halloween? Oh, can we make Halloween? I want to play that. I want to play that in October. Late 2025, so probably not. But still, that looks awesome. That looks
Next
fantastic.
up, we are off to an undisclosed location to talk about the mysterious new project from Zaum Studios. That's right, it's time to talk about Zero Parades.
Brilliant. Relentless.
This is a very exciting time at our studio. We just announced Zero Parades, our new game at opening night live. Zero Parades is an espionage CRPG that takes heavy inspiration from both espionage fiction and weird sci-fi. So it's a highly paranoia-drenched experience where you get to experience metaphysical horror and miracles. The protagonist of Zero Parades is a spy named Herschel. Herschel, at the end of the day, is not a pleasant person to be around. She's brilliant
Didn't already watch
in her
this?
own way.
This is a recap.
But also
So,
deeply
like, we didn't hear
flawed,
this guy talking about his game in the
deeply
last
weird, has her strange obsessions.
Is this
that
the Disco
kind of
Elysium people?
Contradict whatever it is that she needs to accomplish as a spy in theater. All of the people in her life that have placed their trust in her have been burnt.
The studio is, but a lot of the devs aren't.
And
there.
Herschel as well.
Yeah,
You know,
from
she's
what I
a
understand.
deeply traumatized individual. What happens if the very people that you need to pull off your mission are the ones that you betrayed so horrendously in the recent past that they're either dead or completely unwilling to even speak with you? What happens if those are the people you're gonna need? We define ourselves as a narrative first studio. You know, we're not in the business of making platformers or action games or strategy games. It just makes sense for us to kind of put story first and do what we know. So the story comes first and foremost. And
Are there captions?
to share
Let me
the
find.
story with the players. Thank you for
unfortunately.
being curious and excited about Zero Parades. Wishlist now on Steam is what the cool kids would say, I guess.
I, for one, cannot wait for this game to come out, and I love the fact that failure will allow me to carry forward in life rather than stopping me dead in my tracks, as it normally does. Up next, we're about to go back.
Quick note, by the way, apparently Mitch left the project of the other game, but there's going to be a lot of his work still in it. So just
Game show at Gamescom showcase.
Want to make sure the right info
exploded
gets out
onto
there.
the
Thank you
scene,
for that
hosted by none
link,
other
Mitch.
than David Hayter and Maggie Robertson, perhaps better known to many as Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid and Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil Village. And while they both looked absolutely stunning, so too did the show's first world premiere, Hell Let Loose Vietnam, which is launching in
That was actually a fun show. I
2026.
had a good time with it.
Den of Wolves, a sci-fi heist experience made by the creator of Payday and Payday 2, made an attempt to steal the show shortly after, with its incredible style, impressive amount of prep work that teams can take part in, and
I feel like for this game,
wild gunplay.
the
And
part
you can check
that's
out the
really going to
full
sell it
new
for me is the
trailer on
metagame.
FGS
Like
YouTube
how
channel. And also looking
how
to put
cool
their
it is
money
and
where their
progressive
mouth
it is
is
between
were the
rounds.
creators of Skate, who talked about the heart and soul of this outstanding return to the franchise.
We are light years
What was that
ahead
alien game
of
called?
where we
Routine.
were in the previous games, and now you can climb, and now you can swing, and now you can combine all of these systems together, and the depth of the skating is better and bigger than it's ever been.
The world premiere of 1348 Ex Voto caused waves thanks to its intense action and superb voice acting.
An
as
amazing
did its now
haircut.
much anticipated release date of 2026. And speaking of anticipation, there's probably no hotter game on the horizon than Resident Evil Requiem. And in our interview with the team at Capcom, we got to see more of what horrors lurk in the dark for this hugely exciting mainline entry into the Resident Evil franchise, which also drops in February 2026.
待ち受けています。サバイバルホラーというゲームの性質上、グレースが立ち向かうクリーチャーの正体をここでお話しすることはできませんが、未知の脅威から生き残るゲーム体験を楽しんでいただけると嬉しいです。
Cohh calling out someone else's hair with his current hair is funny. Hey!
Helazos gave us more to chew on thanks to its story-focused trailer, as did People Can Fly, who dropped a new release date for their upcoming survival and crafting title Lost Rift. You too can explore the
I am
unknown
very
on
concerned about that
September
project.
the 25th, later this year. Clowns, Dreams and Guns, not just the name of my new rap album, but also the strange themes explored in upcoming existentialist
pretty good.
shooter Dreams of Another. And then the oddity ramped up even further with Pizza Bandit, an intense action game in which you look to claim bounties, defeat monsters,
This
and
game looks
perfect recipes
so
as you
ridiculous.
jump through different
I am
realities
playing it as
and
soon as possible.
timelines.
Yes.
Yes, I would like to make a strange reservation, please.
But all I ever wanted was to be a chef.
Saying that, there is one place that I don't actually fancy staying overnight, and that's the Vanderboom house shown off in Servant of the Lake. Another showcase world premiere whose cutesy graphics were hiding a horror lurking within this mysterious
I had not heard of these games. Chad said they're apparently incredible.
Was shown off,
a new late
did
game?
A dance of happiness that my doctor has said never to do again. But can you blame me? The hit shooter in which you can only shoot and reload on the beat got given a new art style, added roguelike features, and keeps the cutest mascot ever. Plus, you can use your own music now. This game is not ready for my unhealthy love of grindcore. And also hitting the high notes was Hotel Barcelona, the newest project from both Suda51 and Swery, aka the minds behind Deadly Premonition and No More Heroes. As you might expect, the footage was unhinged.
Why are you concerned about that survival thing?
Straight onto my wish.
I'm kind of concerned about that survival thing because people can fly, unfortunately, kind of squandered Outriders in a lot of ways. And Outriders was actually doing some pretty cool forward-looking things. The unfortunate reality is the new game, the new survival game, doesn't look like it's really doing much at all. It's that interesting. And they're releasing a survival game that doesn't seem to be doing much interesting stuff into a super saturated market of survival games. So I'm not really sure where that project's going to go.
Then you must have loved seeing Wild Blue, a title that pays homage to the likes of Star Fox with a huge dose of 90s early morning TV charm. And if you wanted your bounty hunting to have more howdy partner, then you'd have been blown away by Bounty Star. Here you build and maintain a mech suit in the wildest of Western settings, slinging guns and ticking off names on your revenge bucket list.
There you are.
Oh, and Pragmatic looks great too.
With its stunning graphics and intriguing approach to hacking and puzzle solving, Pragmata caught the world's attention when it was originally announced, so we were thrilled to chat with the team from Capcom on its development, its characters, and even a few teasers of future content.
One of the standout features of Pragmata is the combat system, in which both of our protagonists must work together. Diana can hack enemies, which opens up their armor. Hugh can then come in with his arsenal of various weapons to shoot at their now exposed.
This looks absolutely awesome.
Now, as sad as it was to see the show come to a conclusion, there was of course one more huge reveal, and we just need to talk about how amazing it was to see the Halloween franchise hit our screens in video game form. The tone, the music, the fact that John Carpenter was directly involved in its making was amazing to see, and the fact that this is both a single and multiplayer experience,
that part is awesome.
Left us screaming for more.
Honestly,
now, if you want to see every game featured on the show, you can head to the FGS Steam page, and when you do so, you can send that add to wishlist.
I think that's through our
Oblivion, as you add all these fantastic
that's through our link.
titles to
if you go to cohh.tv/FGS.
Nathan on the Gamescom show floor, who's what are you up to there, dude?
I'm about to head in there to get a hands-on demo with Lego Voyagers and have a chat with the team behind it. So I tell you what, why don't you come with me?
Wait, Lego what? What is this? I only knew about the Lego Batman game.
Hi, my name is Carsten Lund. I'm working on Lego Voyagers at Lightbrick Studios. I was the creative director on the projects. We're here at Gamescom, hanging out and showing it to the audience.
Dude, what is
So
this?
if you haven't heard about Lego Voyagers, it's a co-op game. It's a puzzle platformer, and it's about being a Lego brick, which means that you get to play as a brick, tumble around in the environment, connect to studs wherever
my
available,
kids are gonna love
picking
this.
up other bricks and building with the bricks. So it's a very unique take on how you play with Lego, actually, in a digital sense. So getting this close to launch is super exciting. It was so
We
glad
saw
to
that at
have the
SGF.
audience actually try and play this game, and watching them having fun, laughing and stuff.
I don't
is
remember
just,
this.
it's just
I
a
probably
great feeling.
wasn't paying
We
attention.
Can't wait to show it to everyone
Because
and
this
get it
looks
out there in the
fantastic.
wild.
Like,
what we are showing
I can't
at
wait
this
to. My kids are gonna
Gamescom
like
Fun
this.
for Players is the
Is this a
introduction to the
sequel?
game and the sort of tutorials and stuff. And I can't wait to get them to actually play further in, where we start twisting the gameplay a little bit and give more interesting puzzles and stuff, and then narrative as well, right? There's gonna be a story about these two friends. They're just bricks hanging out, and having fun and being friends, and they really want to become astronauts, which a lot of people
I know, no
actually
way
dream
I was
about
paying
being
attention.
astronauts.
You're responding at the
so
same
if you
time.
love
Okay,
playing co-op games with a friend or with a parent or with a child, this game is totally for you. And if you love playing with bricks, just like you remember it as a kid, on the floor, placing them, this game is definitely also a thing to try. So Lego Voyagers coming out September 15th on all consoles and PC. And if you have a friend and you already bought the game, the friend can download the Friends Pass, so you get to play with only one copy.
Hey, nice.
So go and wishlist now. I can't wait for you guys to play.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you very much to the developers over at LEGO Voyagers for that lovely chat.
If you
Up
played as a
next,
PvE game?
Amy has played Hollow Knight Silksong, and she is absolutely positively desperate to tell you everything about it.
I'm acutely aware that a lot of
Sell
people
me, Amy.
would sell their nan to play Hollow Knight Silksong, and so I've memorised every microscopic inch of what I played at the Xbox booth to spill the tea, or rather the juicy bug guts on what you can expect.
Let's hear it.
First of all, we don't have exact B-roll for the demo I played, so everything you're seeing here is a combination of existing footage designed to illustrate my experience as accurately as we can. The demo was divided into two sections. The first was the Moss Grotto, a presumably early game location filled with lush vegetation and creeping vines that felt similar in vibe to Green Path in the original game. The enemies I found here were mostly crawling grubs and flying insects that aggressively descended on me like ballsy wasps at a picnic. The first boss I discovered, the Moss Mother, was a slightly larger version of these airborne pests and didn't give me too much trouble at all. At this early juncture, the platforming trials are also welcomingly simple, but one thing I did notice when leaping about is how much more agile Hornet feels in comparison to the Knight. She can grab onto ledges too, which feels like an inverted trustful because your brain wants to be like, I can't make that jump. You can, bro, she's got this. Her bind ability uses her threads to heal, and it charges with hits similarly to the first game. In terms of combat, she's equally as nimble, and you can get those needle attacks in there with absolute precision. Sticking them with the pointy end has never felt so graceful, like it's all one big sharp ballet. And if you played the original, you'll remember that Hornet is a pretty tough boss fight, so it does feel oddly empowering to be stepping into the tiny wee boots of something that previously handed your ass to you. My confidence didn't fare as well in the second area though, the deep docks. This is a kind of steampunky, giant mechanical furnace that you descend into, smashing switches, finding keys to release the mechanisms and gates, and getting totally lost in true Metroidvania fashion. Where is the flippin' cartographer? I met the Forge Daughter, whose name implies she might be able to do some weapon upgrades later in the game. The enemies here were better armoured and required a little more thought to dispatch. And at one point I got locked in a frightening liminal space with a barrage of them appearing in waves. And then I encountered Lace. This is going to be really hard, Tom. I can feel it. Suddenly, Hornet didn't feel quite as OP, and you're suddenly reminded that the game is in charge here, not you. Lace was lightning fast, with one particular combo that felt like a 2D version of Melania's dreaded waterfowl dance from Elden Ring. I had a couple of goes and felt like I'd bench pressed enough muscle memory to definitely have her on my third go, but you know, there were a lot of people queuing and I didn't want to be that guy. You know, you can't hog the most wish-listed game on Steam right now, can you? That's a proper jerk move. I'm just being considerate, yeah. Anyway, Team Cherry's engrossing Metroidvania experience has got its little insectoid pincers in me once again, and I can't wait to dive back in.
That was Silksong, and obviously it looks utterly amazing, and you don't even have to wait that long to play it for yourselves because it's out in just 2 weeks. Up next, we're going over to Active Matter to get the lowdown on this upcoming first-person shooter.
Which one's this one?
Hi everyone.
Oh,
my
yeah,
name is Sebastian
okay.
Thomas, and I'm one of the lead community managers of Active Matter.
Active Matter.
Picture this. You're a lone operative sifting through the ruins of a world that was shattered by a quantum catastrophe. Mind-bending anomalies will twist gravity and space topology right before your very eyes. Dozens of players equipped with authentic modern weapons and military gear will clash over the sources of the substance that is known as active matter. The creatures you'll face have also been utterly consumed by the same substance. They can now dash, they can explode, they can fly, they can crawl. They can do all sorts of things, even wait for your lapse in judgment by standing still. Even your fellow operatives, though, aren't safe, because overexposure to that same substance can turn them into the very monsters that you're hunting. Active Matter is set in a world
that's
bends
kind of
the
fun.
laws
Wait, the
physics,
players
but
can become
maintains the
like
laws of
hostile
simplicity.
NPCs?
You'll wield real-world weapons, tactics, and gear, but apply them in places where gravity flips sideways, where bushes don't always stay still, and where enemies from other timelines will lurk inside the abandoned secret laboratories you'll find in your raids. My favorite part about Active Matter would have to be the ability to hard flank the enemy. And I'm not just talking about ordinary, typical, or standard flanking as you might expect.
Dude.
No. I'm talking about using strategies you simply don't see in other games.
There's no strategy. It's just always be on the ceiling because gamers don't look up. What do you mean,
No,
strategy?
the enemies are not just around the corner or popping
Oh, I know
out
this is a
from
PR
behind you
guy.
as
'Cause, I mean,
standard
nope,
flanking
again,
might imply.
the ceiling does not
They're
exist to
clutching
us.
on the side of the wall like a spider, or upside down on the ceiling, or tilted at some crazy 45-degree angle to get the perfect, but normally impossible, sightline on you. Experiments with the gravity
I do have to say,
anomaly,
playing this
portals, and
game
so much more you'll find.
would be
To get to
really
these
weird
hard-to-reach
because you'd have to
areas,
look
like the
in
underside of a
angles you'd
damn
never
floating
normally
cargo
do in a
ship.
game
You
like
can
this.
make it so you have a shot anywhere they try to hide, and they would never
Huh.
see it coming. It's multi-dimensional combat at its finest.
wild.
Active matter
Camper's
is
Paradise,
set
yeah,
in a
for sure.
shattered
Camper's
multiverse,
Paradise in
where
this game.
Different timelines.
Just get up in a
parallel
corner of a
worlds are
room,
actually
like-
a core part of
yeah.
the gameplay and the story here. You'll see exactly what I mean when you try out the game for yourself. Go it alone or squad up. Play PvP, PvE,
If the
or even
PvE is
PvE
focused
gamers.
enough, that could be really
Active
cool.
Matter is a hardcore military shooter designed to challenge you and also leave you craving a lot more, as it has done with me. Active Matter is already available for pre-order on PC for the closed version, which will be released on September 9th. This closed version is only available
Could be
via
fun.
the Gaijin store.
Who's the kitty?
Steam
That's
and
Zoltan.
console versions of the game will arrive in 2026. You can add the game to your Steam wishlist and wait, or purchase one of the editions and play earlier via the Gaijin store.
Oh yeah, that was the thing people were concerned about, right? That it's Gaijin, and they apparently are a monetization company.
Gamescom is maybe the highlight of my life.
Have to
Even
see.
better than that time I won the Nobel Peace Prize. But I want you to feel like you've been to Gamescom.
That's
but
really
without all
zoomed
the
in.
bad stuff, you know, without the feeling of shame and paying $6 for a Diet Coke. I just want you to experience the best of the best. So that's what this is. I, Nathan Byrne, your humble presenter, have gone around all of Gamescom slapping stickers on the stuff that is the best. This is the best of Gamescom. That's for you. For one of the best.
Hey,
things.
that's good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You are welcome.
Look at it,
Otherwise-
Oh, I love this skull, little servo
Right
skull.
here, Josh.
Dude,
Get in on the head.
that's actually great.
And I'd love to give the baby Yoda one.
Okay.
You can't put it on the armor because it will take the paint off. So you're just holding it. Thanks so much.
How many people do you think kept the stickers and how many do you think threw them away the second you
Oh, I think everyone immediately threw them away. Best up. Well done, Batman.
This man is going around, like, committing crimes. Bro, you can't just go around sticking stickers on public things like that. This is like, you're. Oh God, he's gonna get arrested.
The most realistically rendered nose I've ever seen, so I give that a best up.
Vandalism everywhere. What if everyone went around sticking stickers on things? Everything would just be covered in stickers.
What a game. What a game. Can't be Metal Gear Solid 3. It's the best.
Mike, do I have stickers on me right now? Do people just do this? And here in America, you put a sticker on something in public, straight to jail, 3 years
You want
minimum.
to see a piece of machinery that can plough a field in
Now, this is in Europe,
0
so it
to
could be
60
different.
seconds. This bad boy's doing it.
I would just like to point out for the court
Think of all of
stenographer
these to
that this
Batman,
cat just
don't you?
rolled over
No,
and
I'm giving
grabbed
all of
my
them to
fist,
Batman,
and now
Josh.
you need to see it too.
Look, did you watch the Jeff show? Batman was amazing. It was easily the best thing in the show. You can't stop. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give all of them to the big Batman because Batman. For some reason, SpongeBob's nose doesn't have the award on it anymore, so we're going back in. His nose. Boom! Best nose at Gamescom. Well done, SpongeBob.
Chad, this is why FGS sponsors a stream right here. You got entertainment, and you have extratainment.
Great job. Best of Gamescom. Best face hugger of Gamescom. Well done.
What? There we go, Tiny Co. Perfect.
Okay, so to give you a bit of context here,
What's even
myself and
happening
Josh
right
from
now?
the FGS team queued for roughly 10 minutes to get into this Stranger Things haunted house experience. So we get in and it's spooky and there's a big demogorgon and then...
That it? so funny.
Best carriage of Gamescom. Yeah, this on there. Best of. So everyone knows. Everyone knows. Best of Gamescom.
Guys, we got a
7
serial
of the late.
stickerer.
Look at this. Thank you so much. This is actually how I'm getting home. They're sending me back to Scotland in this, so. Do we press go? How do we move this?
Agreed.
I've got to get back to Scotland like ASAP. I've got a dentist appointment, so.
He's going to Scotland, going straight to prison.
There you have it, the best of Gamescom. So hopefully you feel like you've been now, and you didn't even have to wait 20 minutes to use a toilet. Lucky you. Next up, we've got something very special, an interview with the team behind Final Fantasy Tactics, the Ivalice Chronicles.
Oh.
Enjoy that.
Did my eyes deceive me?
My name is Maihiro, and I am the director on the Ivalice Chronicles. And then this is Yokoyama-san. She is the co-director of the title. So in the original version, there was a poaching element. So when I played the original version and I experimented with poaching, I felt it was kind of a bit of a hard to understand mechanic. And so after playing through it and feeling this way, I talked to my hero here about that, and I mentioned that to him, and he said, well, why don't you just adjust the feature so it's easier for you to understand? So I went ahead and I put a lot of work into fine-tuning this and making it something that is probably more easy to understand overall.
What do you think makes you so special? Birth? Blood? We fight to end the aristocracy, not to become it.
So we've done quite a bit of fine-tuning to the different stats of the characters. And of course, from the original version, we had Final Fantasy VII's Cloud appear as a guest character, and he will be making his return as well. And some people might remember that Cloud was a little hard to use and utilize within your party, but we have made some different tweaks that do improve upon that. And in order to use his special limit abilities, you needed a specific sword. But luckily for the Ivalice Chronicles, when Cloud joins your party, he already has the sword. So I hope that everyone will play and go and discover what is where the original sword was.
Cool.
There is a dangerous individual aboard. I have to stop him first.
Star Trek Infection is not just a VR game, but it's also something we haven't really seen before. A survival horror set in the Star Trek universe.
Wait,
you
what?
play as a Vulcan Starfleet officer sent on a mission aboard the USS Lumen, but something has gone horribly wrong. There's no crew in sight and an unknown entity has infested the ship. Now it's inside your body, physically mutating you and unlocking dangerous new abilities at the cost of your sanity.
Starfleet intelligence
Whoa!
is right.
What? Wait a
There's
second.
Traitor on board. Maybe there's still a chance to save this ship.
To be fair though, I mean, if I could shoot tendrils out of my hands and zip about like an intergalactic Spider-Man, I'd
This looks
happily trade
wild.
my sanity.
Where did this come from?
It wasn't really doing anything for me anyway. There's a whole load of stuff here that Star Trek fans are going to love. You can Vulcan nerve pinch your enemies like an evil masseuse and set your phasers to stun or kill, whichever takes your fancy. Star Trek Infection is coming to Quest 3 later this year, with a Steam version to follow soon after. So if you've always dreamed of combining horror, VR and Star Trek, then you can make it so. Did that reference make sense? I hope that made sense.
Oh, it's VR. Yeah. No, we're going to add that to the VR list for when I one day actually use that room I made.
Looking title.
One day. Yeah, that's one on the list. I think we have like 4 VR games now. What are the big ones, Kat? We've got that one.
I'm the narrative director at Sarsha Studios.
We've got the Stalkery one. We've got the Metro VR one.
Reanimal. Reanimal is about a group of 5 orphans, and you play
least 1 or 2
two of them, these siblings, whose job it is really
we
to
should
get
play
around
Alex
by
again.
boat
Yeah.
and
Oh,
on
Deadpool.
land
Deadpool.
from
Yep,
the
we can try
different
Deadpool.
areas of what was
I played
once
Alex.
a
I played
nice
Alex.
place, tracking down
I
your
played
old
Alex and it
friends,
ruined
rescuing
VR
them,
for
and
me.
Obviously
Okay?
avoiding the
Don't ever
the
recommend
unpleasantries
Alex to
along
somebody
the way.
who has a VR headset. Because they'll play Alex and then nothing else is even a third as good.
At the core of this whole world,
I literally played Alex and like haven't done VR since.
Is a violence, and violence really is seeping.
So I'm
through the
hoping one of these
pores
ones I
this
mentioned
game
may bring me
in the-
back.
in the
Like the
music,
Metro
in the
game, I
way
heard
that
good
we
things about the Metro
illustrate
game.
world,
The
and
Deadpool
things
game
the
looks
kids
cool.
face.
That game
and
looked
bit
cool.
by bit,
Like-
as you rescue each of your friends,
Hopefully we'll get
you
some good
build
ones.
up a picture of what it is that's gone on between these kids and why they need to get back together again. these children are actually older than the characters that in our previous games.
This game looks so creepy.
But there's a balance that we like, because we like to create these quite unpleasant worlds, and Reanimal is a much darker tale. But when you drop kids into the center of this, into a world that doesn't like them very much, there's a nice kind of juxtaposition there. When you've got these kids facing darker themes, then maybe that pushes it a bit too hard, but now we've got multiplayer, then that brings the needle back to that sweet spot that we like to strike without being too charming this time around. What we've got in the Gamescom demo is from a very early part of the game. It's not from the very beginning, but you've just landed your boat on the shore of this first main location outside.
Am I going to play this game? Oh, hell yes,
and
dude.
your job really
this
is
game
to
looks
go towards
creepy.
the danger
There's
and
body
try and
horror.
find your friend,
Like,
and
this
then
game
make
looks
it out
wild.
past the first main monster
like
of this
Dead Space
area
stuff
that you
in this
encounter
game.
called Sniffer. Reanimal for us is the next evolution of our studio. We want people to recognize, you know, what the kind of games that we like to make. We're trying new things, that we're bringing them at a darker world, that they get to play together at last. The camera as well, we've done so much work on the camera so that players feel scared together. It's been one of our guiding lights since the very beginning of the project. The Gamescom demo and the full game of Reanimal is fully playable in single player, couch co-op and online co-op. Reanimal's coming Q1 2026 to PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox and Switch 2, so wishlist now.
Yep, we will be playing that for sure. For sure. I play Little Nightmares? Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes, my friends. Yes, yes, yes. It's time.
Now, I've been banging on for years about how much I love the escalators here at Gamescom. No, you have weird hobbies. In fact, I love them so much that I've wrangled together a ton of developers to take part in an interview with a twist. And that twist is that you only have the time it takes to ride one of these escalators here at Gamescom 2025 to tell me everything about your game. This is Escalator Pitch. I'm here with Luigi, who's going to tell you everything you need to know about By Sweet Carol. Let's go.
So By Sweet Carol is a 2D animated game completely made by hand, and the game is about Lana Benton looking for her best friend Carol and discovering what happened to her. But in the meantime, Mr. Kin, the villain of the story, is gonna chase her and hunt her down. So it's up to the player to discover what happened.
And when is it out?
Soon.
Oh, that's been Escalator Pitch. Here with Sarah is going to tell you everything you need to know about Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. Let's go.
So, have you ever wanted to kill Harry Kim?
Yes.
Now's your chance. So, in our new game, you can slip into the role of Catherine Janeway.
Wait, what?
And manage Voyager and its crew yourself. And you can make different decisions than she made back then.
So you can reshape the story of Voyager?
Yes, you can.
Amazing.
Yeah, and it will be out on console and PC soon.
That's
Wish
been
list it now.
I'm here with Saffron, who's going to tell you everything you need to know about Cappy Castaway.
Cappy Castaway is an adorable capybara adventure game where you play as a capybara and a crow that have been washed away to a mysterious island after a flood. There are lots of mysterious animals that you can meet, and you can make soup in our new demo. You can wish list it right now on Steam, and it's coming out in 2026.
I hope you won't mind me saying, that sounds super. But that has also been Escalator Pitch. Yes, I said it. I'm here with David, who's going to tell you everything you need to know about Silica. Let's go.
Silica is a sci-fi game where we are combining two genres together, real-time strategy and first-person action shooter. You fight over the planet of Baltarus against aliens or against humans if you are an alien.
Ooh, amazing stuff. And when can people expect to play it?
Well, they can already play it. It's out in early access and you can check it out on Steam.
Perfect. That's been Escalator Pitch.
Oh my lord.
I'm here with T.
Silica is sick. That looks sick.
You need to know about Eversiege. Let's go.
So it is Eversiege. You play this badass armor to liberate Bastion, and for that we'll mix together well-known genres, the level action of MOBA, the management of RTS, and the replayability of roguelites.
That sounds amazing. And when can people get their hands on it?
Okay, that's a lot, but
we should be in early access end of this year.
Amazing
Nice.
stuff. That has been Escalator Pitch. I'm here with Luke, who's going to tell you
I actually
everything
really
you need
like
to know
this.
about World of Tanks.
This is really cool.
Let's go, baby.
World of Tanks Heat is hero shooter meets tank action.
I could just
You
watch a
select
whole
your
show of
agent,
what he's doing right
customize
now.
your tank and then take it to fast-paced 10v10 battles in familiar game modes like Domination, Conquest, or
fantastic.
Kill Confirmed. Wish this us now and get ready for a world of tanks you've never seen before.
That sounds amazing, and that, my friends, has been Escalator Pitch.
I'm here with Luca, who's going to tell you everything you need to know about Bloodgrounds. Let's
I
go.
get why he does it, but he does not need to say that at the end of every time.
It's a tactical game. It has city management and team management. It's based on the Heroes of Might and Magic and all the great strategy games. Yeah, it's set in a Roman Empire with a fantasy twist. And please play the demo and wishlist. Yeah.
And it's out this year. That was Escalator Pitch. I'm here with Mac, who's going to tell you everything you need to know about Last Flag. Let's go.
He's got to make it a thing. He's making it a thing.
Is the first ever real capture the flag shooter where you can hide the flag anywhere on the map with your team of 5, find the enemy flag, bring it back to your home base, defend it for 1 minute to win it, all while capturing radar towers to help you by eliminating search areas on the map.
Amazing.
And you can play it free next week on Steam. Last Flag.
That's been Escalator Pitch. I'm here with Eric, who's going to tell you everything you need to know about Coins, Crowns, and Cabal. Let's go.
I'm Eric from Magni Games. We're making Coins, Crown, and Cabal. It's an economic, political, and trading online simulation, and you take on the role of a simple merchant as you turn a rundown settlement into a thriving medieval empire.
Oh, that sounds amazing. And when is the game out?
It's out next year, and put it on your
This isn't
wishlist.
mine, but I know some people who that is their jam.
They
would love
tell
that.
you everything you need to know about Stormforged. Go!
So, Stormforged is an open-world survival crafting game, and you can imagine it as basically take some French graphic novel, take some anime like Miyazaki, put that together with magical storms that are based on real-world tornadoes, just ripping stuff up, throwing it around, and then mix that together and make it really, really easy to mod.
Ooh, and when's Stormforged coming out?
It's coming out in early 2026.
And that was Escalator Pitch.
What's up, everyone?
I don't know if
I'm
I like that
Raphael.
graphic style with that gameplay.
And we're here to tell
I feel like
you
using
all
that
you need to
graphic
know
style
about
for as
Nine
long as I
Kings,
play survival
a game where
games
you have
be too
9
much.
tiles,
99 cards,
999 troops,
9,999 ways to break the game.
and if you buy the game right now, you can help us get to 999,999 copies. If you do that today, we're gonna be eternally grateful. Please take a shot.
Guys, I told you. As good as your game is, you can't steal my microphones.
I'm very sorry.
And that was Escalator Pitch.
That was a good way to end it.
Oh, my kingdom for a set of motorized mechanical stairs. One day, my sweet. Well, while I ride this beauty up to heaven itself, why don't you check out this developer interview with the makers of Anno 117 Pax Romana.
So my name is Stefan Jankowski. I'm the executive producer on Anno 117 Pax Romana that we are demoing here at Gamescom. Anno is a franchise that has been running more than 25 years. We are the premier strategy builder game. So it's a game where basically you are developing your city, your empire, your network of connections and tradings, and to become the most impressive empire inside of the world. And with Anno 117 Pax Romana, we are visiting for the first time ancient Rome. Players seems to love it so far. We are super happy. It's a wonderful experience. That's the moment where you connect with your players.
This game is very
And
bittersweet
As a
for
game
me.
maker, this is something that you
Yeah.
want to live, basically. So in Anno 117 Pax Romana, for the first time in the series, you will be able to choose
It looks
the
awesome.
province where you start. So the starting points can
love
be
the last
very different. You can start in Latium, so a place inspired by ancient Rome.
Why is this game bittersweet to me?
You can think about a lavender field and a very nice area, something lovely.
We'll talk about it in a
Or
few
you
years.
can go to something a bit more hard, like the Celtic worlds called Albion. So you can imagine very mystic, rainy. So it's gonna be a very different mood, and you will start from the get-go where you want to start your province. Also, for the first time, we're gonna be releasing on console at launch. So you're gonna be on PC,
An Anno
Xbox,
game?
and PlayStation.
On- oh,
So It's gonna
wow.
be something also.
Does anyone play Anno
fresh
on a
for
controller?
newcomers. So what we are bringing here at Gamescom for the first time is Albion. That's the new part of the world inside of Anno 117 Pax Romana, inspired by the Celtic
That'd be
world.
rough.
So you can imagine this misty,
Oh, that's why the
very
UI the way it
rainy,
is, it actually works
area,
great.
Where you will discover this new province, their inhabitants
Really?
and their culture, everything that
Oh, a lot of people
is
in chat are saying
unique
it
to
works
them,
surprisingly
and how you
well.
will have to expand your power inside of that region is going to be up to you as a governor
Interesting.
to see how to develop the Roman
cool.
Empire in this crazy alien world. So we are super excited to be at Gamescom and for the players to play the game for the first time, but we know not everybody can come to the Gamescom event, so we have a little surprise for them. Starting September the 2nd, on PC, you will be able to download the demo and play for the comfort of your home. It's going to be a limited time demo, so don't wait too long for that. And you will be able to discover our new world for Anno.
Dude.
Anno 117 Pax Romana is releasing on September the 2nd. So we are super excited to be at Gamescom and for the players to play the game for the first time, but we know not everybody can come to the Gamescom event, so we have a little surprise for them. Starting September the 2nd, on PC, you will be able to download the demo and play for the comfort of your home. It's going to be a limited time demo, so don't wait too long for that. And you will be able to discover our new world.
Could you rotate the grid? What is this? This is what I was asking for the whole time in the last one. Could you do that in Anno 1800? Oh, this is new. I didn't know if they added it and I just missed it. That's, dude, that alone makes me want to play this.
For Anno 117 Pax Romana is releasing on November the 13th this year, 2025.
Oh,
on
Lord.
PC, PS5.
Yeah, life changer, I know, right? Diagonal gridding.
We can pre-order.
Do those words belong next to each other? Like, wait, can we do
don't
this?
wait because it's gonna come very soon, and we are super eager to see you in the game.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Just look at this booth, and a huge thank you to the developers of Anno 117 Pax Romana for that wonderful interview. Up next, I had some hands-on time with Cinder City, and here are my thoughts.
So we managed to play a new game called Cinder City, which you might have seen under the previous game name of Project LLL. It's an MMO tactical shooter where post-apocalyptic Seoul is crawling with zombies and mechs.
Is this the NC Soft
Call of Duty Zombies meets The Division. You're a father on a mission to find your daughter, and you can do this alone and go full Metal Gear Dad by slapping on a camo suit, turning invisible and sneaking past enemies like the world's most heavily armed chameleon, or you can squad up with up to 3 other players who will definitely not run straight into enemy fire while you're stealthing. So if that fails, then why not hijack a mech? Because, nothing says parental determination like stealing a walking tank or shooting rocket launchers from a bloody helicopter. Oh, and this world isn't just pretty, it is reactive. Procedurally generated content changes based on your situation, meaning no 2 firefights play out exactly the same. And while there are nicely designed zombies to fight, who, by the way, make the most unnerving sounds...
actually awesome to me.
There is also whatever the fresh hell this thing is. I don't know its name. I don't want to know its name, but it's giving off big Rat King vibes from The Last of Us.
Because it looks awesome.
I'm just going to call him Arm King. Oh, and one last thing to remember, young Padawan, while you can pilot the mechs,
this looks, in my opinion, this looks much better than Once Human.
Cinder City drops in 2026 for PC and console, so get ready to save your daughter, save the world,
looks incredible.
and possibly punch a mech right in the face.
For me. I love that stuff. Giant machines. It looks awesome. I'm not going to get excited for that until I see how they're monetizing it. If that wasn't enough action for you, we've got a developer interview with the minds behind Phantom Blade Zero. Oh, this game looks incredible.
Phantom Blade Zero is an action RPG, something in between a Souls game and Roller Skater or Witcher. But it's like a playable Kung Fu movie, so all the movements are motion captured by real Kung Fu masters. So it's a fantasy world, but it's not like an average Souls game. Many people will mistaken us for a Souls game, but we have very clear narrative and very clear navigation on the map. But it's not linear. It's semi-open. The smaller scale ARPG. Like one is a Souls game, the other is the hack and slash Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden game, but with very high speed, fast paced combat.
I have such respect for devs that try so hard
or faster.
to manage expectations.
In Call of Duty or Battlefield, there are tons of guns you can choose from, right? So you can feel different range and different fighting style with different guns. So that we call it like gun porn or something. Yeah, we would call our game blade porn. We have 30 main weapons and more than 20 secondary weapons. You can pick 2 primary weapons and 2 secondary weapons, so all these 4 combined together to build a set. Soft Snake Sword is my current favorite. In the surface, you feel this is not a very powerful weapon because compared to those huge blades, but actually it's the hardest, if you use it in the right way, and it's very elegant. we guide people to explore the map by story. Story is always most important. There are many accessible ways to navigate people around the map. But nowadays, because Souls genre is very influential, it's super complicated, no directions and everything, we even have a hand-drawn map that will guide you to the next boss. Because our point is to tell a story, to build an original world. We don't have like quests like help the old nannies to find a cat or unclog the toilet or something like that. Because sometimes we feel modern games, if you pack the game with side quests, maybe 80% of the quests are not something this hero should do.
Wow.
There will be some challenge mode. You can fight the boss you have already defeated, but you can also forbid some of your weapons, ban some of your gears and ban some of your accessories. The best scenario will be with only one sword to fight the boss. Yeah, Phantom Blade Zero is a new game you'll never see before. So you're welcome to follow our social medias like X, TikTok, and Instagram and YouTube. First day will be on Steam, Epic Game, and PlayStation 5 and 5 Pro. In a normal PlayStation 5, we are
best games come out that
2K
way.
on 60 FPS. And for those who has a great PC and also for PlayStation 5 Pro, we have some advanced graphic effect. So stay tuned to our game and keep your eye on us. We will announce the releasing date this year within 2025.
Yeah, this is one of my most anticipated titles. Like, there is, in my opinion, a very thick line between games that you can just tell are made with passion and games that are more,
where the devs have something very special to show us.
Kind of to get it done. And that, oh man, I love when you can tell so clearly which one a game is. This game also looks cool, actually.
They made a glossy, high-budget Space Invaders remake, and instead of fighting back alien hordes with one button that goes pew pew pew, you instead had all of these buttons. This is PvKK, where you manually control a massive cannon to fend off an ongoing interplanetary invasion. So it's up to you to manage energy generators, scan the skies for alien
They had a real one at Gamescom?
And then execute precise firing procedures to shoot your enemies out of the sky and keep planet Earth safe.
That is awesome.
But between the invasions, you of course need to find some time to explore your bunker for secrets and maybe even have a cup of tea.
I wonder if they sell that as a controller, like that old Met game.
Try it
I want one.
Now, in the version you play, those will all be virtual buttons and levers, but because I'm a certified...
I want that controller and this game in VR, so I could see it in VR, but every time I touch something, it would be the actual controller.
A real-life recreation of the missile control desk that I could touch with every single one of my disgusting digits. What a demo it was, though. There's genuinely nothing better than a big mad game with a big mad controller made specifically for that big mad game. I was spinning steering wheels, cranking levers, flipping switches, and smashing that launch control harder than a YouTube like button. And I don't want to brag and say that I was like the best at it or amazing or anything, but I did get a literal medal at the end of the demo, which, you know, I feel speaks for itself.
I'd like to thank my parents. I'd like to thank my man here.
Good job, man. Okay.
Now, there's no denying that the version of PvKK you play at home is going to be very different to the experience I had, but I've got no doubt that that core gameplay loop of targeting, calibrating, and then shooting your enemies out of the sky is going to be just as addictive as
this game reminds me a lot of that not-for-broadcast game.
No release
but it
date for
looks
PvKK yet, but
like
it'll be
the
coming
next
soon
step
to
of that
Steam,
game.
so keep an eye on your radar and be ready to shoot this one out of the sky.
Such a unique,
and by shoot it out of the sky, I mean buy it, obviously.
Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
I am here with the marvelous Rosie Caddick from PlayStation Access. Hi, buddy.
Hi, buddy.
We've both played Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater today.
Hi, buddy.
What are your thoughts? Because full disclosure, I've never played the original. Never played the OG. I know.
Oh, I loved it. Like literally, as soon as I went in there, seeing all of like the graphics being like updated.
Oh my god, the graphics.
Yeah,
you could see the fibers on clothing.
I couldn't stop looking at when he put like his camouflage makeup on his face.
Yes.
I couldn't stop looking at the makeup on his face.
The texture of it.
Like crackled and stuff a little bit.
It's wild.
As you know, makeup or mud, I don't really know how it works.
Did I play the original? I did play the original.
One thing I was really excited also to see was how they were going to do the new codec calls, and of course with the new character
I'll
models,
probably
I thought it
check
looked
this
really
out. I don't know if I'm going to do a
great.
full
You
run,
can, like, flip
but I'll probably check it out.
Perspectives of the characters.
I kinda just
yeah,
wanna
when
see,
they
like,
start off with their face
what it
like
looks like.
forward but slightly looking down, and
But
then they can have
I don't know
like,
if I'll do, like,
to
a
the
whole run.
Side profile.
So
Yeah.
literally, every time a new character popped up, I of course went through. I kind
Every
of reached a
single
point.
mugshot.
Yeah. Did you hold R1 to see the first person perspective in cutscenes?
did. Yes, I
well
did.
done,
Is that
iconic
new?
thing.
Which
no,
Metal Gear
so that
Persist?
is original as well.
Oh, nice.
So
cool.
already, it's kind of like a bit of an iconic thing that when you see
in there
it, you're
somewhere.
like, oh, like always like in the corner just to see like what the first person perspective looks
Great.
like.
Yeah.
So when it did pop up again, of course, I was like, oh, it's back, I've got to see what it looks like in these new updated graphics.
I played this for the first time when we did a franchise playthrough.
Listen up, Jack.
On
Your
stream.
mission is to infiltrate Selino Yatsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the West.
I died a fair bit going in. I was messing around with all kinds of stuff. I got killed by a crocodile a few times, or like an
Oh, in the
alligator
mud
in the mud bit, because you have to like wage your way through.
They
and
can be violent.
I did think I could stab it with a knife, which is kind of on me.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, because they were on about how you should make sure that you feed yourself, right? Otherwise your stamina's going to go down, and you've got to hunt wildlife. And I was like,
You know, there's like snakes.
there's
in the
wildlife.
grass.
There is, yeah, because he is a snake eater.
Damn,
Haha.
girl.
And then
Okay.
it's like, oh, snake in the grass or crocodile in the mud.
Imagine
Wow,
the
really
meat.
smart.
Imagine the meat on it. That was what I was
Imagine.
thinking. That's going to keep me fed for days.
I really liked how the camouflage bar is now at the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Which
I wonder why that changed.
Yeah, so literally, usually it used to be on the top right, but I just saw it pop up in like the center middle of the gameplay, and I was like, oh. But it's kind of like worked for me because since you're running around, Snake is in the middle pretty much of the screen, so
Yeah.
it's like kind of all in one.
Yeah, I've heard there's some,
space.
Yeah, subtle,
I've heard there's some
UI updates,
running issues on this,
brilliantly big graphic update.
We'll have to see.
But more importantly, just it feels like it's an iconic game that hasn't lost that iconic
Looks like
flavor
it's gonna maybe
and that
have
silliness.
some issues
yeah,
there.
this is the perspective
Did you see
from
the
someone
Halloween trailer?
who's
Yeah.
pretty much a noob and someone who's played the OG. So what more
Oh,
could you ask
Duke
for? Thank you
Kaboom.
so much, Rosie,
Dude,
for joining
come
me
on,
today on the Future Game Show. It's lovely to see you as always.
Yeah, I've had a lovely time.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Up next, we're grinding, sliding, and choosing a path of violence because this is Denture Attack.
I'm Anzo Beltran. I'm the producer and tech designer for Undercoders, and we are showing Dense Attack here at Gamescom. Dense Attack in a nutshell is Tony Hawk but with Japanese trains. So you can imagine driving a train, doing these crazy tricks in a Jet Set Radio style art. It's a future version of Japan where there's been a climate disaster and everyone has to live now in these dome cities where air is purified. So basically all the rich people got there, but the rest got left behind outside these dome cities. All the infrastructure of the
I thought he
train
said dumb
railways
for a
have been
couple times. I was
abandoned.
like,
so some
what's-
gangs
what's
have
dumb?
taken
Oh,
over them
dome.
and invented this crazy sport called Dense Attack. In the story, you drive through Japan, meeting all these gangs in a shonen-style adventure. There are some friends, some rivalries, a bit of both with the same characters and stuff like that. Your main objective at the beginning is trying to beat the fastest train in existence, but from there are some nice surprises.
Oh,
for the
this
core
game's gonna have
gameplay, we
style,
have
isn't it?
two layers.
Yeah,
The first
yeah.
layer is just the basic driving, as we call it.
Oh
so
my
you have
God.
to move with your train through Japan, going as fast as possible and get it to the end station on time. And on top of that, we have all these stylish layers. So you have to make tricks. Some of them are based on extreme sports games like kick flips, wall rides, greens, and all that. And then we have some more unique train tricks such as double drifting, rail switching, also crazy stuff you've seen in the trailer like driving a Ferris wheel. So the reference, of course, in terms of gameplay, there's Tony Hawk, Jet Set Radio, and those are the games that for us define how a trick-based game has to be. It's also Hi-Fi Rush, Persona 5, and outside games, We also took inspiration from
This is like
anime,
Tony
of
Hawk
course,
mixed with
a
Star
manga
Fox.
like Initial D. Yeah, and also even for the music, we think it's something really important, and we are super happy to be working with T. Lopez for that.
Huh.
So the game is basically a single-player experience. I think what we tried with Dance Attack since the beginning is to keep that surprise factor.
That's like an Idle
when
Runner
you
kind of?
first see
Idle
a train
Runner, Tony Hawk?
peaking and jumping and doing all this
Crazy Pro Taxi
stuff.
Skater.
But we really wanted these surprises to keep coming, so each level has to feel fresh and surprising. So you start with that train doing tricks, but then you get the Ferris wheel, you get the boss fights that you can see in the trailer, and we just want all this adventure to always keep being as fresh as possible. Dance Attack is coming to PS5, Xbox Series, and PC next year, 2026. And if you enjoyed the trailer and the game, please visit it.
Up next, it is time to rock and roll all over the forces and faces of evil, because now it's time for Majam.
Majam? Oh, like Majam. This is Majam. Okay, I get it. Okay, it's a music game. All right, we're good. It's pretty smart. Wait, what is this? What are we looking at? Are these other players? This is, okay, you know what's funny? I was complaining about this earlier. Now I wish there was someone talking over it, explaining what the hell I just
next,
saw.
We're about to take on the forces of the
What just happened?
themselves. Awesome name, by the way, because this is a developer interview with the minds behind John Carpenter's Toxic Commando.
I have no idea what we just saw.
My name is Tim Willits. I am the Chief Creative Officer at Saber Interactive. Toxic Commando is a 4-player co-op game where you are part of a squad and you fight thousands and thousands of infected in this containment zone. We quickly realized that a lot of the ideas and the design was inspired by the iconic movies of Carpenter. So we reached out to him. He was super awesome. He's given feedback on story and plot. We have like cool, kick-ass John Carpenter music. He's led us to this personality and this uniqueness and this flavor and vibe that the game has, from the main menu.
John Carpenter? I thought he was helping with the other
game. To the action. It has that Carpenter style to it. It was very inspirational. If you are a Carpenter fan, look for things that may represent those movies. When you see things, you're like, oh, that's that movie.
Oh, this is John Carpenter.
Just keep your eyes open. Before
Let's go.
Toxic
Heck
Commando,
yeah.
you gotta watch 4 movies.
John Carpenter getting into games. Let's go.
Thing, the original
I like
Halloween and Big Trouble in Little China. You'll get the horror, you'll get the action, and you'll get the over the top.
Nobody half-asses it this time. Ruby.
So the first time you play Toxic Commando with your gaming buddies, bring up the menu, look around for some spare parts to arm your turrets and your defenses, and make sure you're geared up before you have to fight thousands of infected.
What I want to know is this like a story game, or is this like Back 4 Blood?
Along with games like Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, then Toxic Commando.
There we go. Great.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando will launch early 26. It'll be on all your favorite platforms, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And we have cross-play, so you can play with your friends on whatever platforms they like.
Thank you very much to the devs over at John Carpenter's Toxic Commando for that interview. Up next, we are speaking to the legendary Suda51 about his upcoming project, Romeo is a Dead Man.
You're gonna die in about 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, don't worry. I made this just in case. The Dead Gear Life Support System.
I'm Goichi Suda, commonly known as Suda51. I'm the CEO of Grasshopper Manufacturer. On Romeo is a Dead Man, been working as producer and director, scenario writer, and I've also been doing some debugging as well.
From now on, you're Dead Man.
everybody loves Back to the Future, right? Well, basically what Romeo is a Dead Man is what if in Back to the Future, Marty like died at the beginning? What the hell would happen? How would he turn out? What's going to happen to the story? You know, if you want to find out how that would work out, then play Romeo the Dead Man.
To be fair, what would happen if Marty died at the beginning, and then a mad scientist inserted some kind of machine into his decaying eyeball that turned him into some kind of Japanese sci-fi Guyver-like zombie shooter? It's a little different than what you said, Suda. I feel like there's an important extra bit that needs to be
and have different
added
characteristics and abilities and whatnot. And then I was like, okay,
maybe
what
don't
if I
stop
just mashed up all
where
these
you
ideas
did
together with Back to the Future and Rick and Morty and time travel and zombies and yeah, it was pretty difficult to
details, right?
Take all these different elements and actually make them fit together. But yeah, we did our best.
It was probably lost in translation, probably.
A fast-paced action game, like a lot of the games that we've done. And there's a couple things that I'm really looking forward to seeing how players react to. One of them is it's not like parry-based combat; it's more dodge-based movement during combat and stuff. I think we did a pretty good job with that. Also, there's I guess
Every Day is Like Monday was the name of that boss.
Zombie cultivation.
That was the name of the boss. Every Day is Like Monday.
There's also another type of zombies that are known as bastards, which you grow yourself and like in a garden, and they become your pals, and you can sort of equip them and like use them as skills, like activate them during battle. I think that part in particular, it's something that you're probably not going to find in any other game, and it's pretty interesting and fun to play with, all the different combinations and mechanics. That's something that I'm really looking forward to players checking out and see what they think.
Huh? That was Grandpa's voice. Are you like a spirit?
I'm on your back.
What?
So, here at Gamescom, we've been meeting with a lot of people from the media, having them play the demo, doing interviews and stuff like this. So far, the response from people who've played the game has been really good. People saying stuff like, this is the best game at Gamescom right now. This is the #1 title here. May even exist somewhere, as far as I know. But I think it's doing pretty good. Once you start reading the articles and watching the videos that are going to be coming out of this trip here to Gamescom, you'll get a pretty good idea of what kind of game it is, what to expect. So yeah, look forward to it. It's going to be an awesome game. So Romeo's a Dead Man will be coming out next year, probably. And it'll be coming out on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam. We're hoping to get it on Switch too. It's not definite yet. We're still working on it.
This does not look like a Switch game, buddy.
We're not sure if it's going to be coming out before GTA 6
I don't know,
or after
man.
GTA 6, or we might just go all in and release it on the same day. We're not sure yet.
Thank you very much to Suda51 for that amazing developer interview. Up next, we're off to the world of Dying Light the Beast, where we also spoke to the devs about what makes this latest
How long is this?
so utterly chaotic.
It just feels fun and, kinda diverse. Like, there is no situation that is the same. It's always like kinda renewing itself because of the physics and the ragdoll.
I thought it was an hour.
There is also the fact that we wanted to create new settings. With Castor Woods, we have created this unique kind of touristic station located in the Swiss Alps. It's a beautiful zombie apocalypse, I can say, because this is where people would go to vacations before the fall happened. A very good setting as well because it's very diverse, I would say. You have you have a city, you have industrial park, and some other biomes that make the game always kind of renewing itself.
Cohh just wants to play more RimWorld? No. We're playing RimWorld tonight.
I'm super excited for people to test our new weapons, such as the flamethrower or the blade launcher. We did put a lot of effort
the blade
into
launcher will be
making
fun
this,
with the systems
game,
in this game for
very satisfying, visually
delimitation.
satisfying zombie game and slashing zombie apocalypse. The Beast mode is one of our, new feature. Like, it features a complete new skill tree, and it's really an ability that grows over time with Kyle. It's also a central part of the story itself. And with the Beast mode, we wanted to have this kind of very unleashing power, where suddenly you are not a prey at all. Like, you are an ultimate predator. Like, you can basically smash zombies, tear them apart completely, use your ability to jump higher, run faster, and it's really the ultimate kind of ability for Kyle Crane. So Dying Light the Beast is coming out.
We had some
September
tastes
19th
of that in the DLC,
on PS5,
right? Of the
Xbox
first
One
game
X
a
and
bit?
PC.
That looks a lot more developed.
And there we have it, my friends. That was the Future Games Show Best of Gamescom. Hope you enjoyed it.
We'd like to take a moment to formally apologise to your wallet, but to be fair, it's not our fault all those games look so good.
No, absolutely. Don't come for us. If you want to wish list any of the games in this show or any of our shows, go to the Future Game Show.
There's a link in the pin command.
Then, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Cool. Well, that was the
Batman, then?
Yes, you can. You do that. I'm gonna go hang out with my kids. Anyway, thank you FGS again for sponsoring that look. There was parts of that show that I felt weren't really needed, like the walking around sticking stickers on thing. But there were parts of that show that I really enjoyed, like getting a deeper dive on some, like the Silksong deep dive was awesome. I really liked that 5-minute elevator or that elevator pitch thing. They could do an entire show of that elevator pitch thing. In fact, I would take this a step further. Next year at Gamescom, they should do an entire show where they, like a whole hour, call it escalator pitch, and just do that. Because having the actual person making the game, giving the most important parts of it in a small amount of time, that is not a glimpse at projects we get to see too often. And that is a chance for the devs to like sell the best parts of their game. And I think that's such a great opportunity for them. And it's so awesome to hear it as somebody who like I want to hear how the devs feel about their game. That makes me more interested in products. So yeah, that my biggest bit of advice was, please, let's do a whole show like that next time. Because that was huge. Anyway, I'm out of here for now. I will be back this evening, probably around 6:30 or 7. Going to try to get in a little bit of RimWorld this evening. We're currently working on our ship rebuild of our spaceship. So we'll be doing that tonight. Okay. So they said escalator, not elevator. You said it wrong. I think you need to really say it more at the end to stick it. It's a good point. It's a really good point. Yeah, we can try that next year. Alrighty. Thanks for being here. See you guys in a little bit. Bye-bye.
Wall of good vibes. What a pity it is to be without the right. All you can do is stand at a loss without even half crescents and wish to be home before the unmoving, unfeeling grand lift ahead.
Where's this guy? Oh, God. Are you the first thing I do? Seriously? Go got through the museum level at 27? Yeah. Hey, kiddos.
A rush of air.
Oh, hold up. Oh, no. No. Quick, catch up with it. Oh, no! There's a hole there, by the way. God, I hate those hands. Oh, what? No, what? No! Oh, did we get one? Oh, God, no! Shut up, a bitch! Are you kidding? The real question is, what is Pay to Lose by Sifu? No! Why did you start targeting him? Jesus Christ, man! And then they're just like, oh, trying to keep that stability bar somewhat in place.
Wake up!
God damn. God damn. God damn. Did I just rage quit? Yes, this is the face of rage quitting. Hi.
freaking way.
Oh, way, bro. Way. I just threw the bat at him, caught it in the air, and then continued to wail on him. Is Cohh compensating for something with that weapon? Yes, my incredibly small wang. Mom, it's not what you think. Yes, it is. Delicious tentacle is the first item I loot in this game. Delightfully chewy. Oh my. Oh, that dude wrecked me. Love it. That is awesome. What the absolute dude wrecked me. So, oh, my overlay covers it. Talking about this. If you look up here, there's like this little faded out pause button. Oh. That's weird. It seems to pause the game. Oh.
Oof, this isn't the right department.
There is someone!
Shut up.
Get back!
No words. Damn. Just me. Oh my god. Oh my god! Ah! Okay. Thanks, Grandma. Oh, that's a lot of angry old ladies. You know what the dialogue in Dark Souls and Elden Ring games are? They're heavy metal lyrics. It's basically just like random words put together to sound somewhat good. Like they very rarely make any sense.
What a pity it is to be without the right. All you can do is stand at a loss without even half crescents and wish to be home before the unmoving, unfeeling grandlet ahead.
Are you really a cannibal?
Me? Rarely. I mostly allow my children and subjects to eat me. I regenerate faster than most, so I'm able to help the others subsist.
He's very altruistic.
I wish I could die.
Nice. What the sweet Jesus? Bears don't live underground! What is this? Oh my god! Wow! Okay. It's a ground bear. Whoa, a jigsaw. Rare two-handed sword. Whatever it cuts through, it's a real puzzle to piece it back together. Really? Okay. Read the message. It's gonna say, be wary of left. Sharpshooter was my bread and butter.